What's going on, guys? This is Echelon 3000 with another episode of my series where I try to learn the meta. I'm playing Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragon is a deck of monsters that you can have effects in the hand and then effects when they go to the graveyard get banished to generate value. It's also one of the decks that best utilizes the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword lock. So I think this deck is pretty poised in the meta. I think that while the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is legal, it's something I want to be playing. And so I'm going to try to learn this deck, see if maybe I think it's going to be powerful enough in the future meta, and give some thoughts on it. Card by card is the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This card locks your opponent out of the extra deck when it's equipped to one of your monsters, so you'll often try to get a Colossus on board, make a Union Carrier, and then equip this card to it. We have Thunder Dragon Matrix. Thunder Dragon Matrix is your quick effect Thunder card that will activate your Colossus, or your Titan. Titan will then allow you to pop a card in your opponent's field, untargeted, very strong. Definitely one of the most powerful cards. I could see playing 3 of these. 3 Maxi, 3 Ash, best hand traps in the game. You should definitely be playing them when you can. 1 White Dragon Wyvern Burster and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. These are just extenders. You'll often use these to, they'll be kind of extension on your plays. You'll often then make a White Dragon Wyvern Buster, go into Striker Dragon, search Black Dragon, special summon using Wyvern Buster, and then go into Union Carrier. It's important to note that Striker Dragon is a dark, so to make Union Carrier, you have to start with Wyvern Buster, or else you're not going to have it unless you generate some other dark monster. Union Carrier has to be same type or attribute, and we don't often have extra Beast or Thunders on the field. 3 Aloof Lupine. This card is your starter. Banishes a card from your hand and from your deck. This is how you get everything going. Card is very, very strong. The other starter that Thunder Dragon plays is Batteryman Solar. It's very good. I don't think it's absolutely necessary. I also think the space is kind of tight in this deck. So I think Aloof Lupine is better, but you could play that as well. Thunder Dragon is another card that you can get Thunders in your graveyard for Titan off your Thunder Dragon Fusion. It's also just a quick effect discard if you want to use that to get your Titan going. Card strong. The actual Thunder Dragon Dark. This is if it has the same Thunder Dragon effect where you could discard and search it. And also if it's banished or sent to the graveyard, you get to search any Thunder Dragon card and put in your hand. Aloof Lupine will often banish a card from your hand, then banish Dark. You'll either then search Hawk or your Thunder Dragon Fusion, and then continue that way. Dark is very powerful, always play it at 3. You max out on your Hawks and Roars. Hawk, you can discard a special summon, or if it gets banished, you can recycle your hand. Roar, you can discard to put a card back into your hand, or if it goes to the graveyard, you get to special summon. Both these effects are very powerful. They are your combo extenders, they're your combo starters. Definitely play it. The 2 Chaos monsters we're playing are Thunder Dragon Duo, because it is searchable. It also is a good way to recycle your resources, and the Chaos Creator. The Chaos Creator is oddly good. A lot of people play Thunder Dragon Levianeer in this slot. The Chaos Creator being able to resummon a monster to your field just for material is often quite powerful. The 2300 attack is low, and you'll often get walled by stuff, but I think the ability just to remake material and go into some of your more powerful extra monsters is good. 1 Gold Sark, banish a dragon, go. It's always good. 1 Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion summons Kaminari attack to get a Thunder on the field. This could be very powerful to go into Colossus for free, or just put a Thunder in your graveyard for Titan off your Thunder Dragon Fusion. 3 Allure of Darkness. You want to play it so that you draw it, because if you draw cards, you will win the game. Play 3 of these. I see a bunch of decks playing 2. Don't. 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. It's searchable off Dark, so you don't need to play 3. You only are also playing 2 Titan in your extra deck, but it's an incredibly powerful card to get your Titan onto the field. Theoretically, you could make your Colossus, but you don't. And you often will just end up sending this off of Predapant, Vertan, and Conda anyway. 3 Chaos Space fixes your hand. It also recycles your resources. Very good card. Play it. Call by the Grave, because there's a lot of incidental graveyard effects with Tri-Brigade, with, I don't know, Tri-Brigade, Lyrilisk, everything. It also is great against opposing hand traps. The spice in this deck is 3 Macro. So, Macrocosmos can be a double-edged sword in this deck, because you won't be able to Thunder Dragon Fusion if a Macro's up. But there are a lot of decks that just lose to this card, more than you would think. So Eldritch can't beat a Macrocosmos, because when their traps get banished, they die. So if you Ash a Sanguine and gets banished, it's over. They also can't send their Golden Lord from the hand to the graveyard, much like Maxi. Maxi has to go to the graveyard to be activated. Ash Blossom just needs to be discarded, so it gets activated. But if it can't go to the graveyard, it can't activate effects. So Eldritch is not very good against this card. And I think having an Eldritch hit, in addition to just being good against a lot of the meta, I think this card is spicy enough to play. The extra deck, like I said, Colossus, your opponent can't search cards. Titan, pops cards. Striker Dragons for combos. Heretic Seals when you brick is honestly what it is. You have the Nightmare package. These cards are very strong. You go into them semi-often, but not a ton. IP Masquerena is, again, if you kind of brick, you can't make your Union carry, so you go into an IP Masquerena to hopefully make Nightmare Unicorn your opponent's turn. Cross Sheep is busted. Union Carrier and Predaplant are your main combo lines that you end up going to. And Boral Sword and Access Code Tarker are when you just have extra materials and you want to try to beat your opponent's head into the ground. So that's the deck. I think the deck is actually pretty powerful. I think that any deck being able to abuse Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is probably worth considering. I don't expect this card or Union Carrier to be legal forever, and there is a ban list coming relatively soon. So gonna play it while it's can. If this ends up getting banned, who cares? I think the deck is still strong. So that's it for this. We'll see you in the games. All right, we got a game. We're going second. We're in Plat 1, which is pretty much where I test when I'm not actually trying to grind. I'd like to be in Plat 1 so I can't decrease. We drew a hand of double Maxi, no darks for Allure of Darkness. Not our strongest draw, but Maxi will probably be enough to get us there. I think that this hand is... I'm gonna turn off my toggle so it looks like we don't have any hand traps. Might change the starter play my opponent has. Learning how to use the toggle button is something that you do in Duel Links relatively early. Not as valuable master tool, but still pretty important. Pot of Extravagance makes me think Eldritch. Yeah, it made me think Eldritch, and it was Eldritch. So, see how we play through this. Oh no, okay. So we're gonna start by Thunder Dragoning just to thin the deck a little bit here. Boy, you ever feel like they have Imperial Order? Do I add the second one? I think I don't. And we're just gonna try to hit a dark here. Okay, can we do it? Yeah, they did have Imperial Order. Okay, so I believe that means we're dead. So this is not good. This is just Eldritch doing Eldritch things. So we're going to set a card and pass the turn. So we'll see what our... Oh, and they have Sanguine as well. I gotta ash that. This is going to showcase kind of the downsides of the deck. I feel like that you will end up in situations where you just don't draw the right starters and you just can't play. It's a reason why people are interested in adding Batteryman Solar, just to have more starters in the deck to make. Like, just being able to have a card that will do something is very important in this deck. And we drew a hand of Double Maxi, a card that can't be summoned at a 5-star. Like, I get wanting that. Is that necessarily what this deck needs to thrive? Hard to say. But we do play a fair bit of bricks, so... So, they're in their main phase 1. We know that they have the Wakero set. It makes me think that they have a Golden Lord in hand. Exactly. So this gets rid of our Maxi. So when they activate their Eldritch, we're going to chain Maxi, get a draw. Hopefully we hit something. But the problem is that this deck doesn't play any board wipes, so it's going to be hard to kind of make this happen. But we can play through Imperial Order. Our deck is pretty monster heavy, so it's not the end of the world. But sending Walkero, we're going to chain Maxi. Again, it makes me think that they have a Conqueror or a Walkero in their hand because they're valuing this middle trap. Could be a skill drain, could be something else. So here comes the golden boy. He is here. Another Ash Blossom. Perfect draw. That's perfect. Perfect draw. This is all going according to plan. So I'm probably going to have to Ash the Walkero. Oh, man, that's not good. This is not good. It's interesting to see that because we had 2 Ash on top of our deck, because we had 2 Ash Blossoms on top of our deck, we would have missed on the Allure of Darkness. So drawing 2 Maxi, Wyvern Buster, Thunder Dragon, search a Thunder Dragon, then draw 2 Ash is pretty unlucky, but... And that is unfortunately going to be the game. So, Thunder Dragon, rough first start. But you know what? We got 3 games. We got 3 games. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, we're back. We're back. We're gonna go first this time. This is gonna be good. Okay. It's also important to note that, oh my god, it's the same hand. Oh, okay. I gotta activate Thunder Dragon. Does that resolve? Okay. I'm not gonna. Oh man. Please, game. Just heart of the cards. No. Oh my god. Alright. Oh man. This is... Wow. This is not going according to plan. But I'm not going to become the Yugi tuber that doesn't post all his games. Sometimes these happen, and sometimes you lose, but it's okay, because we persevere. Let's go to the next game. All right, let's go. Game 3. We're on the draw again. Okay, please. This is playable. This is playable. But we're on the draw. Okay. What is this? Zombie World. Okay. So Zombie World is not the worst thing that's happened to us, but it would not necessarily call it the best thing. Don't think I'm dueling, because I don't... Alright, so what do we do here? I think we're going to start with an Allure of Darkness. I don't get why people play the zombie deck, but... So we're going to Allure of Darkness. Okay. Woo! We got some stuff. Okay. So what I think we're going to do is... We're going to banish Roar. Roar is going to trigger, and it's going to give us... I think we're going to summon another Roar. No, we have no reason to go into a 6. Maybe we summon a Matrix? If we summon a Matrix, that's an easy line into Colossus. And maybe that's fine. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm gonna make a Dragon Matrix. Ooh, okay. So that's an important thing to see here. So right now we're going to discard. So what we're going to have to do is pop that zombie world first before we go to Colossus, which is okay. That's not impossible. Called by the Grave. That's okay. So all its effects are negated. So it looks like now we have to go this way, which is okay. We're gonna send Duo to the graveyard to add a Wyver Burster. This is the line that I was discussing earlier. So now we have 3 Thunder Dragons banish. Important to know for Titan. So what does that do for us? I think we're actually, well, you know what? Let's try this. So let's go Union Carrier. Just get it on the field. Let's just get it on the field, right? Okay, so now we have a Union Carrier, and they have a Solemn Judgment. That means we are in deep trouble, which we didn't really care about that. So we're going to activate both of these effects. Trying to think if we're going to have access to a second Titan this turn. Because right now, we're presenting lethal with Titan. All right. So we could Chaos Space, but I don't think I want to. But what I could do, that's interesting. So what I could do here is I could go Gold Sark, banish a Dark. Dark is banished, which now means I cannot activate the other Dark in my hand, but that's okay. Dark is going to add just a regular run-of-the-mill Thunder Dragon to our hand, and now we're going to start discarding. Nope. Into the graveyard with you. Into the graveyard. We don't want you. So now we activate Thunder Dragon Fusion. Make a Titan. We're going to shuffle back in Dark. We're definitely going to do Hawk. I don't think we need to do Roar. I think I'd rather have just the Duo in the deck. We don't need the Dark with the Dark in our hand. 32. So now we go Collapse Serpent, special, banishing. Doesn't really matter. We have 3 Thunders in the graveyard, so we can make the second Colossus with Predaplant. Now we activate Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. Should have sent it Instant Fusion. Would have been so hype. We'll make Colossus here, just to... Boom. There it is. So now we activate Thunder Dragon in order to get our Thunder Dragon Titan to pop the zombie world. This is all overkill, right? We've won this game. We always win games. I've never actually lost a game with Thunder Dragons. That's why this deck is so over the top powerful. So now we're going to Chaos Space, shuffle back in the Union Carrier. and draw a duo. You know, this is all very important. This is how it's done. That is how one is supposed to OTK with Thunder Dragons. Now, was that a fair game? No. That's okay. All right. Let's go back and look at this deck. Let's talk about this. All right, we are back. So the 3 games didn't showcase the deck very well, I don't think. We had the first hand against Eldritch, where we bricked. The second hand against a random opponent, where we bricked. And the third game, we crushed a Zombie World opponent. Did I learn a lot from this experience? No, I did not. But that's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what happens in this game. Sometimes you build a deck and you follow the plan meticulously, and nothing pays out. You know, you just sometimes don't hit. Now, is that a good sign for the deck? Well, out of 3 games, we bricked twice. Now, we bricked by drawing 2 hand traps plus non-starters. We also missed, we would have missed twice on our Allure of Darkness with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 darks. Is 3 Lure of Darkness too many? In my opinion, it's not. But maybe I should adjust possibly the hand traps I play. Like maybe instead of one of these, I should just play like a Skullmeister. Because countering an effect in the graveyard is important. There's a ton of graveyard effects that you just need to be able to counter. But just to have just to up the dark count a little bit. But was the deck still strong when we did combo? Absolutely. We played through 3 pieces of Disruption pretty easily, I would say. And even though it wasn't the strongest Disruption, it wasn't the strongest turn 1 board that you could make in Yu-Gi-Oh!, we still played through 3 pieces of Disruption. Like, Call by the Grave and Salamandra are still real cards that we just kind of crushed. Thunder Fusion, in addition with Predaplant Anaconda, is incredibly powerful. There's a reason that the combo is good. Macros Cosmos would have been insane in both the games we played. Against Zombies, Macro is insane. Against Eldritch, Macro is insane. We never saw our second opponent because we conceded, but would have been good. Does this deck have promise? Yes, absolutely. Does it have legs in future metas? Yes, absolutely, especially if something comes off the list. Like if Hawk goes to 2, Roar goes to 3, we're back. Would I play this deck in an event? I think so. I think that it's enough high rolly that like in any given meta you could do pretty well with it. And yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a pretty solid deck. So that's the end of my video for today. Thank you very much for watching. Always remember that I am often live on twitch.tv/echelon3000. I also post on this channel very often. If you like the video, please like. If you want to see more content, please subscribe. If you think that I'm totally off base and suck at Yu-Gi-Oh!, put that in the comments. I want to hear it. You can also join my Discord. I will have links for it in the YouTube channel. We talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! We talk about food. We just talk about gaming and streaming. You know, it's a good time. Yeah, so that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed the video who watched it, and I'll see you soon with the next one. Take it easy.